Hello. So I don't really know how to do this, so this is just a beta test, but I have decided to watch Gilmore Girls for the first time. I watched the first couple of seasons a couple of years ago, but now I'm going to get back into it and say what I think of the episodes. So today we have season 3, episode 5. And the opening was so-so. I mean, there was some funny moments where Luke was uncomfortable with the breastfeeding in the restaurant, but I mean, babies have to eat too. I mean, that should be completely okay. I mean, mothers have rights, babies have rights. So it was funny seeing him uncomfortable, but also, yeah, I don't know, kind of, there's a line there somewhere. Um, yeah, and I mean, people going to restaurants, I don't know. I've had several kids, and I still get stressed and anxious going out in public to restaurants with children. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but I don't know. So it wasn't too big of a deal. Um, and then Luke trying to get Lorelai to kick her out instead of him. Yeah. So point for funny, point for negative, point for insensitive. Absolutely love Michelle. He's definitely my spirit animal. I have a lot of stories working with guests slash customers, just what they've said to me or done, and I I wish that there were times where I could respond like Michelle, but I like my job. I want to keep it, so I don't. I also really like how he gets excited about the auction and that he's kind of like passionate about it and he begs to go. I felt like Lorelai was kind of taking advantage of him there, but you know, don't really like that. But I appreciated his energy. He was definitely wanting to go. Lots of sarcasm. I guess that's a staple for Gilmore Girls, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. What was the next scene? This guy. This guy has some issues. I don't know if we're going to see more of him or if he was just a random one-off character, but he definitely has some baggage there. Uh, this woman right here is one of the thirstiest people I have seen on television. She is thirsty, very thirsty. No wonder she goes out for coffee every day. She's thirsty, thirsty person. Very thirsty. At one point during one of the family dinners, it's mentioned how they bought a chair that they can't sit in because it's 100 years old. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's becoming less common, but it's kind of like I don't know. Part of me was like, oh yeah, that was a part of life back then. You had furniture in your house you're just gonna sit on. I don't know. Maybe. Oh goodness, these dinners are the absolute worst. I hate uh, awkward dinners, and these are just so awkward. I would hate to be there. That is just uncomfortable. Just I would not survive. I would not survive in that family, in that atmosphere. I'm not I'm not an overly sensitive person, but I don't know. It's just they've got little triggers for me. Her date, the boring wino guy, wasn't phased at all when she opened the door and she had a kid there for her. So points to him, not at all. And then we kind of find out that it's because he doesn't really care about anything and wants to talk about his car and wine, I guess. I, oh goodness, oh goodness. This woman right here, she there are times I'm like, is she just trying to be a good mom? Is she just trying? And then there are times I'm like, this woman is the worst. She is just absolutely the worst. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't really like this character right now. Again, it's been years since I've watched the show, so maybe I'm missing something. But She just seems way too into everyone's business, and it matters to her way too much. And I feel like there needs to be some boundaries set up. She is so I don't, awful. I don't know. Just my like all of the political side of the family, and like how much like I don't know. There's just way too much going on. Can we talk about like this absolute cutie scene with this guy right here? Runs, tries to help, does help, and then when her pager goes off that Dean was coming, he was like, "Yeah," so he's on his way. So then he turns the water back on. What a move right there. What a man. That kudos to that guy right there in this episode. I feel like he didn't do anything wrong in this episode. What a hunk. I don't know. I just kind of felt like this episode just kind of ended somewhat abruptly. Like Lorelai agreeing with her mother to go on another date, even though there's no chemistry and it shouldn't matter at all. I don't know. I didn't. Overall, I didn't really like the episode. I would say, other than the Jess moments, it was so so. But again, just my opinion.